Okay, this is going to be a little tutorial on how I played Silent Night. I'm going to concentrate mostly on the left hand voicings. The right hand stuff is pretty random, and I'm just basically trying to keep the music and the support for the melody kind of going. So the melody, you know, I'm getting with my right hand and with my thumb, I'm getting kind of accompaniment. So the first chord I'm playing is basically a G6 chord, and because the melody is D, the 5, into the 6th, then back to the 5 into the 3rd. So I'm playing the 3rd fret and then nothing on the 5th string, open D string, open G string, 3rd fret on the B string, and an open E string, and then playing the open B string. And then the answer to that, the little descending line, I'm playing on the 4th fret of the 4th string, which is F sharp, and I'm hitting the G string after that. Then I'm going down to the E on the 4th string, which is the 2nd fret, and I'm hitting the open G string, and then I'm hitting the D string, open. That's what I'm doing there. I'll do it slower again. Or I might fill it in a little more. Okay, now the next chord is a D chord, so I do that twice, and that's going to show up again. But this D is basically a D5. Open D string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, 5th fret on the 1st string. So I have D, A, D, A, just a D5 chord. And I just hit that note twice, and then I go to a regular D chord with the F sharp on top. And I hammer it on. You don't have to do that, but okay. Then I'm going to go to a C2 chord, and I'm going to go to a G chord. And the G chord, I'm going to make sure that the 2nd string is the melody note. So it's, and then I'm going to go to a C2 chord like this, basically with the E string open. So it's, so what I'm doing there is on the 5th string, 3rd fret, then 2nd fret on the 4th string, open G string, 3rd fret on the B string, and an open E string. And then I'm going to grab with the pinky, I'm going to get the G on top, and I'm going to get the F sharp and the E, like that. So I'm going to move my 2nd finger, or my 1st finger, to get that F sharp. Something like that. Okay, try that. I'll go slower. And I might hit that G string in there or something as an answer to the melody. Or the C string, you know, this, I could do several different things there. And then I'm going to go to the intro part, the first lick I showed you, which is the G6 chord, with that descending answer. And then back to the C2 chord with the open E string, F sharp there, and then G6, open B string, F sharp, E, D. Okay, then I'm going to go back to our D chord. Now we're going to need to go up higher. The melody goes up to C, right up here at the 8th fret on the 1st string. And I'm going to play a D7 chord. You could also play you could play a D sharp diminished 7th chord if you wanted to, by grabbing this D sharp here. But I kept it simpler. I went just right from D 5, okay, so it's on the 4th string, open, then 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, and I'm going to slide that whole thing up, and I'm going to go open on the D string, then on the G string it's going to be 5th fret, 7th fret, and 8th fret, and I'm going to bar my 1st finger so I can get that A on the 1st string, something like that. The melody is right here, so 8th fret, 5th fret, and then 7th fret on the 2nd string. Okay, then I'm going to play basically what's an A minor shape, slid all the way up to the 8th fret, and that creates an E minor shape. Don't hit the A string. This is where we get a chance to hit that low E string. And then try to get at the same time, try to get this G on the second string, which is the 8th fret. So we're going to have open E, nothing on the 5th string, and then 9, 9, 8, and then you can hit that open E. That's a pretty note to hit in there. It's redundant because we have the E here on the 9th fret of this 3rd string. But you, again, the first note you want to hit is that G. So you're going to be going. Just kind of roll through that, maybe. You know, finger through those notes. But again, avoid that A string, or else you're going to have not horrible, but not great. And then the next chord, that's going to be, we could do a couple different things, but the voicing I'm using here, basically I would call it an A9 over C sharp. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm hitting the 2 outside strings, the 6th string and the 1st string, and the frets are on the bottom string, 9th fret, then nothing on the A string, and I'm barring my 1st finger and getting the 7th fret, the 9th fret here on with my pinky on the 3rd string, 8th fret, the G note here on the B string, and then the B on top at the 7th fret. So it's 9, nothing, 7, 9, 8, 7. So that's going to be the answer to the okay, and then I'm going to go down here and play a G over D. So I'm just going to play the top. I can play a full G chord, but I just want the top 2 notes, and then the D string on the bottom. So it's going to be 0, 0, 3, 3, and that's the G on top. Then the D. Okay, simple as that. And I'm going to go to like a D over F sharp with the C in it, so it's kind of like a D7 over F sharp. Okay, so that last bit is G over B, G over D. So I'm hitting a G on top, and then 2nd string D, and then open 2nd string, then go to D over F sharp. So I'm going to play 2, then nothing, and then open D string, 2, 3. There's our melody note, and then go down to 1 on the 2nd string, the C note, and then to the 3rd string, which is the A note. Okay? So those 2 chords again. And I'm just going to hit the 2 Gs. I'm going to hit the 6th string, 3rd fret, and the open G string. And then I'm going to answer it with kind of a descending thing. This time, instead of going F sharp to E to D, I'm going to go C to B to A, and then back to the B, but I'm just going to strum like that. So okay, again, that part in slow motion.